Hi folks, big thank you for all the nice messages you sent me over the last couple of days. I spent my last 48 hours flat on my back with a bottle of mead and the new William Gibson novel, The Peripheral. He's the guy who wrote Neuromancer, which became The Matrix 30 years ago. And believe me, this new one makes The Matrix look like so 18th century. The Peripheral, William Gibson. Sun's in Capricorn, 8 days away from conjuncting Pluto and the full moon. Moon's in Pisces, just past Chiron, no big deal. Not a lot going on in the sky. Saturn's in early Sagittarius. So here's the penultimate part of planets on the angles, and this time it's Uranus. Uranus brings change, revolution, radicality, anarchy, chaos, disorder, having the rug pulled from underneath your feet. Stimulus, innovation, novelty, originality and adventure. Uranus is all about independence, freedom, liberty, excitement, stimulus and adventure. Uranus is where you're not boring and not normal. If you're born with Uranus on the Ascendant, rising on the horizon, how weird is this? Often these people, especially the strongest aspected ones of this, are often quite conventional. It's almost as if they're scared of being as unusual, different, eclectic as they have the potential to be. Yet once they waken up to it, every so often they cast off that shadow of conventionality and they let the unorthodox one come loose. Uranus rising people are innovative, unusual, different, very, very independent. Absolutely, they're the ones who will walk down the street in a three-piece pinstripe suit and a bright pink beret. These are the ones who will go out of their way not to shock, but to not really upset the rhythms of the world, but to create a shudder in the convention and orthodoxy, because they know secretly that once you get stuck in ruts, that's it. Then there's only entropy. Uranus on the Descendant people, Uranus setting. Now these are the people who basically don't really do normal, conventional, orthodox, routine one-to-one relationships. They just don't do them because 2.2 kids, mortgage, car, job is just so limiting and restricting to these people. They need a sense of freedom within their relationships. The best relationships are based on autonomy, where partners turn to each other and say, look, of course I love you and I trust you, but do what you want, when you want, wherever you want, whenever you want. Just tell me the truth. And if you're given that freedom with Uranus on the Descendant, you'll never abuse it. But if you're not given that freedom, you'll take it. Then there's Uranus on the Midheaven. Here we see the troubleshooters. These people can never hold down a conventional, normal, routine job on the production line or behind the checkout or on an office desk, because they just can't do it. It's just impossible. What they can do is become self-employed and contract themselves out into a number of different ways as troubleshooters, problem solvers, people who think outside the box, people who come up with unusual solutions to old problems. Certainly with Uranus on the Midheaven, dependent on what sign it's in to an extent, but there will be ways of making one's professional status, public image, profile and one's relationship with parents unusual. Often there can be conflict with authorities at various stages in one's life with Uranus on the Midheaven. It's almost inevitable. Hopefully it doesn't continue into later years as the person learns to balance their energy and accept their individuality. Uranus on the IC. One of the parents would have pushed you into becoming independent at a very early age, whilst the other parent was probably quite dictatorial or controlling. Certainly there's an unusualness around childhood. And you were probably forced into becoming much more self-reliant from an early age. Something which has continued into adult life. Uranus conjunct the IC people do not make conventionally good parents. Instead, they bring their children up in ways that emphasises the child's independence from an early age. They often have unusual facets about their home or their lifestyle in a way that's very linked to roots, foundations, home and family. Conventional on the outside, nutty on the inside. That's Uranus on the IC. Uranus on any of the angles is a strong one. It makes you different, and the more you try and be conventional and orthodox, the more you screw up. Let Uranus have its way. Catch you later. Bye.